Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial in this series of painting watercolor herbs. Today we are going to paint a very wonderful herb that is called sage, and we are going to create it in watercolor, as we know how beautiful it looks when we create these herbs in watercolor. And as usual, I have my Mei Liang watercolor palette, which I really enjoy, and it has different shades of greens, so I don't have to mix different colors. It's already made in that, and I'm using my watercolor palette. As you can see, I have used my thin brush to create the branches, and now I'm going over and adding another layer of color on top of that, because I want to add some texture to the stem of it. And now I grab my big watercolor Masterchinese brush, which can hold a lot of water and a lot of color, which I really need for this painting. So now I am dragging my brush from top to bottom or bottom to top, so you can see how nicely it flows, and I can carry a lot of watercolor in my brush and create these leaves very easily. Same way I'm going to create more leaves, but these leaves are a little bit longer in height, and they are thinner, and they are not very sharp. They are kind of round, so whenever you are drawing anything, you need to take a look and figure out how this leaf is different from other leaves, right? So we have so far created dill leaves, which has fine details. Then we created mint leaves, which were also different. They had spikes on it, but these leaves, how they are different from any other leaf that we see. So kind of before you start drawing it on paper, you need to analyze, okay, what is the feature that distinguishes. So that's what, keeping in mind, I'm drawing these leaves. You can always go and make a pencil sketch before you start drawing directly with your color, but I have done a lot of my analysis beforehand, and I've practiced it already on pencil and paper, created a draft version of it, so I'm ready to directly dive into watercolor. Now, as you can see, once they are starting to dry a little bit, I go back and I add a little more darker green. And now for the veins, I'm using thinner brush, right? So whenever I need to cover a bigger area, I use my big fat brush, and then wherever I need to do my fine details, that's where I use my thinner brush. So I'm going to create one more green leaf here at the bottom, and extend the stem a little bit here. Now kind of starting to look like, okay, yeah, this is sage. And now we are trying to go back and add darker tones towards the ending of the leaf, where it's joining from stem. So that is where I'm trying to add more darker color while my background layer is still wet. Now after drying, this is how it is looking like, and I really like how they write in calligraphy, so I tried to do that. I looked at different references, wrote it down with the pencil, and now I have a Tombow pen. Using that, I'm creating this calligraphy and writing sage, and I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? Yeah, this is the final look once you have completed and framed your painting. Thank you so much. Bye bye.